Gaby Company. Welcome to the Dreaming Show. In today's episode, we are going to talk about how to be your own hero, part 2. My guest today is the awesome Nina Page. You know her. She's from Aramatena Healing. She's a mind, body, spirit transformation coach. How are you, Nina? Thank you for being with us once again.
Thank you. Very good to be here again.
Thank you. Last time we've been talking about some paranormal issues that happened to your life, and because of this, you felt unresourceful, depressed. Could you tell us, please, because we have another question.
Yes.
Tell us, how did you overcome these issues in your life?
I guess I just started searching for more answers about who I was, what life was all about, the planet, how we are meant to coexist, who we are as human beings, just everything about life in general, because I was very, very, very confused. And I was very confused about the unknown, and very confused about where I stood in terms of what I believed. I had many people tell me various things, but I needed to find something that, resonated with me and sat well in my heart. I guess, just my intuition. The more I strengthened my intuition, the more people I connected with in the world, and around me as well, and learning from their experiences really helped me as well, because I feel like to understand life you have to connect with as many people as you can, and see life from their perspective, and see what lessons they've learnt. And you can save yourself a lot of lessons as well if you learn from their lessons, but everyone's journey is different. So I guess just learning every day. The more knowledge you attain, the more it helps you.
So you've been looking for answers to your case,
Yes.
to what happened in your life.
Yes. It wasn't a fast process. It was, day by day. It's like the universe throws you certain tests, and it's going to keep happening until you actually digest it. And I feel like I was thrown many, many tests until it consolidated and, really was concrete within me. And then once that test was satisfactorily complete, I guess, you move on to the next one. But it's all about self-love as well. Many people, they do the things that they do because they're not getting enough love, and everything comes down to that. And it's really making the right connections as well. Because what you are is what you attract, and if you are seeking that, you attract the right person who can answer your questions.
So at that time when you've been 11 years old, so do you think you attracted these kind of things because you felt unresourceful?
Yes, I was definitely vulnerable, and I definitely feel like I attracted it because of those fears.
How was the support with your family?
My family wasn't really very supportive because they were unaware. I didn't really tell very many people, and I feel like if I did seek help sooner, I could have helped myself sooner. And that's the biggest thing a lot of people tend to do, is they don't seek help when they need it because of pride, because of shame maybe, and there's no need to be ashamed of asking
because
for
of
help.
society.
Yeah, exactly. It's and even being vulnerable in itself, some people don't allow themselves to be vulnerable. I find that it's a really important lesson to learn in life, because not only to be strong but to be vulnerable, you've got to learn both polarities in order to master that level. So life, bad and good exists, and the bad exists for a reason. And I found making peace with the bad and making friends with it, and is beneficial because you have it on your side. It's not against you, it's working with you. So that's how I've learned to exist peacefully in life. Instead of making it an enemy, make it friends. Become friends with it.
And also learning from that bad experience.
Yes. That experience, I suppose, helped me realize that there are a lot more things than we realize, and that we don't know everything, and that there are greater things out there than us. We are not invincible.
Mm-hmm.
And
we are not perfect.
No,
we are
not.
Learning every single day.
Yeah, exactly. And it's the unknown that people are unaware of, that they need to get in tune with, because it is part of ourselves. There's a lot of unknown elements in life that many people are unaware of, but it's waiting for you to discover it. It's
yeah,
saying,
it's true.
Saying, come, we're not that scary, and I think the world would be a much more beautiful place when people embrace the unknown and
yes.
let go of those fears, because there are good spirits and there are bad spirits.
Mm-hmm.
The good ones, they're the ones helping us most of the time. Many of us don't even realize it. They're waiting for us to discover our own beauty, divinity, our own strength. But then there's the bad ones that don't want us to succeed.
Interesting what you say. I've got in Skype alive a Jennifer.
Yeah.
Could you answer her question, please?
Yeah.
This lady was the person who asked the last question in the last episode.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Welcome, Jennifer.
Hi, Gaby and Nina.
Hello.
How are
Hello.
you both?
Thank you for being with us, Jennifer.
You're welcome.
Could you tell us your question, please?
Okay, so after watching the episode from last week, I was curious when Nina said that spirits form when the energy levels and emotions are low. This got me thinking that when I was 7 years old, I had no troubles in life, and I was a very happy kid. But out of nowhere, one night I experienced my first encounter with a spirit. He didn't do any harm to me, but he was a boy who sat at the end of my bed, and we spoke for about a year. The most interesting thing about this was that my dad had saw the same spirit when he was the exact same age as me, and this had occurred in the same house, the same bedroom, and the same bed. How do you think this could have occurred?
Yep. Very good question. Thanks for that. See, the thing is, I feel that spirit was just needing help. And what I'm sensing about you and your father is you guys have actually got pretty substantial gifts, but I'm sure you're aware of that. Maybe you don't understand it as much, but that spirit sounds to me like he just needed to be set free and go back to source, and he was just waiting for someone to hear his call. And luckily you and your father were the ones that actually your energy was tuned in enough for it to be able to communicate with you, which just goes to show that there's something special about your souls. But there are, it sounds like to me like he was just reaching out to you because you have the ability within your heart to help. But also he just wants to go back home. He just wants to go back to source because it feels like he's trapped within the energy, the realms of your home. So I suggest looking into someone who can help you send him back to source, because I'm sensing he's been trapped for a while. So especially if he was communicating with your father since a very young age, I just feel.
And with her as well.
Yeah, exactly. So that's a long time. Long time. So he just wants to go home. That's all it is.
So tell me about the question that Jennifer did in the last episode.
Yeah.
She talked about a spirit who crushed her leg.
Yeah.
What happened in that case? Because I think it's not the same spirit.
No, the spirit that you probably had an incident with the scratches, I'm sensing he knows of her light, of her, what I'm already sensing from her. She's got a particular something with her light, and he was attracted to it. So, I'm sensing as well there is something that she's meant to do in this life that it doesn't want her to I suppose be successful in.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't want her to realize her divinity, doesn't want her to realize how amazing she is. But that's why it attacks her and tries to scare her, because the fear is what it wants. So just don't give in to the fear, because it wants you to be in that state. You can empower yourself by allowing yourself to constantly be happy, be around the right people.
Mm-hmm.
And
let me ask something. Jennifer, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Could you tell us, please, if at that moment when you being around this spirit, probably bad spirit, have you felt unresourceful with fear or some kind of problems in your life?
No, I didn't experience any sadness at the time.
Yep.
I was completely happy.
Mm-hmm. And that's understandable as well, because your light was probably shining, that brightly, that it saw your light and was like, oh, I want her energy.
I want that.
Yeah, exactly. So because that's what they do.
Because the first one was the little boy talking to her, so the another guy is that who scratched her.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's what I mean. The one that scratched her.
Mm-hmm.
He was just preying on her energy because she's got a purity about her. I can feel the purity.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So,
how can you note the purity?
I can sense, I can feel, and...
Because of the voice?
No, you can just feel the energy.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah, because as I'm talking to her, I can tune into her energy.
Can you feel my energy?
Yeah, I can feel your energy. Your energy is beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you.
This whole house, it's beautiful. Yeah.
Thank you.
Even when I was speaking to her, I could see energy, and I was like, oh no, it's all good.
Okay.
So
you can feel her energy.
Yeah, I can tune into her energy now, and I can understand why it was attracted to her light, because they are attracted to the pure love energy.
Mm-hmm.
If you're a very loving person, you attract them. It's just like a bug, those bug zappers, and they get closer to it, and when bugs are attracted to it, they're like, oh, it's so pretty, and then they get closer and they're wah, that's pretty much what it's like, because they just, but if you're not strong enough to I suppose if your light isn't strong enough to eradicate that energy, then they're just going to stick around and
so what does she need to do if the situation happen again?
Okay, so with the one that you experience the scratches with, think of something that gives you strength within, whether it's a prayer, affirmations, anything that gives you strength from within. And you just have to keep repeating that in your mind over and over and over again, and it'll just dissipate, because the lower frequency entities like that, they do not know what love is. And they see us and they're like, wow, and that's why they're just attracted to us. And you know, if you do something that they aren't familiar with, it'll just make them obsolete, most of them, because it's too strong for them. Love is the most powerful force in the universe, and that's the best thing that you can do. Just be loving, peaceful, just be you. Don't fear, because that is what they want.
Live life.
Yeah, exactly.
As much as you can.
Exactly.
Go.
Yeah, just express, be abundantly loving, like abundant in all ways. So just no fear, fearless. That's, yeah.
Jennifer, thank you very much for your question. Do you have anything to add before we finish?
No, that's about it.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your time.
That's
Thank
all right.
you.
Very much appreciated.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you for that answer, Nina.
That's all right.
Very powerful, very powerful. You know, I think it's not just talking about entities, it's about talking about fear, as you say, self-limiting belief.
Yes.
So just, as Nina says, live yourself, live your life, believe in yourself.
Yeah.
Would you like to add something else before we finish, Nina?
Be invincible.
Be invincible.
Be invincible. That's, you know, invincibility is something we don't have enough of, and there are too many limiting beliefs which prevent people from reaching that, but it's all within us. We are all capable of being invincible.
To change our life.
To change our life, yes, definitely.
Nina, if someone wants to reach you, please, could you tell us how can we be in contact with you?
You can find me on my Facebook site, Arama Tina Healing. So just, if you have Facebook, just type in Arama, ARAMATENA, Healing, and just message me, and I'm happy to respond to any inquiries or issues you have. I'm happy to be of service.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Nina.
That's right.
Thank you very much for being with us. See you next time. See you next week. All the best. Bye.